So I'm going to say this is a form to assign students to supervisors. Right? Kindly fill in your details. Okay, so with this I'm done, and I would like these colors to be changed to something else. My best color is I think I like blue. Blue is okay. Blue is okay. Then I like to put an image. You understand? Let me put an image. If you want to include an image, so that people who are clicking your form will be able to see, oh, the image is mostly used by people who wants to collect data relevant to a particular subject. Okay, so I'll just click choose image, what I just did right now. So after that, I can select any image I want to. Since I'm dealing with research, I like to select a book, an image with book. Okay, let's go for this one and click on insert. Alright, so after that, yeah, it appears automatically for you. Now I want to show you something else. After this, you can close this one. I want to show you something else. Your Google form needs to have a title. Okay, and the title is going to be different from this header right here. So what you just do, highlight your header, copy it, and get to this point, the left side of your screen that shows untitled form. Once you click on it, it will be replicated there. Now your form now has a name. All right, are we good to go? So let's now start coding our form, what the form will look like. Okay, don't be scared. I just said coding. You're not really coding much. Just write out what you want to ask in your Google form, which is equivalent to your questionnaire. Okay, so you can use Google form as your questionnaire, and it saves you the stress, it saves you the expenses, but you don't need to let your lecturer know that you use the Google form, because they all want, you know, that you are running on a local system of education, and they all want you to pass through stress before you could get to your final result. So man, I don't like stress at all, and I did this video for people who didn't like stress at all. Okay, so the first question I'd like to ask here, let me put it number one. I'd like to say, what is your name? What is your name? That's the first question. Now pay attention to something. Every question has their pattern of response. Okay, now this what is your name you just asked right here. I like the respondents to do what? Type in their name into the form. Alright, and I also want to make this question a compulsory question that you can't do without it. So if I want to make it a compulsory question, can you see this part here on the downside of my screen saying required? Turn it on. Without the respondent filling that part, they won't be able to proceed to the next question. Are you with me? Alright, so the next very important thing to do is to determine the type of response you want to get. I want this response to be in the form of a short answer. So my respondent will do what? They will type it. You know, name, now everybody has different name. So you have to type it when you are responding to what? The question. So with this, I think we can proceed to another section again. Now can you see these sections here on the side of your screen, of my screen rather? You can see these sections here. This section determines sections you want to drop your question. Do you understand? Are you with me? I hope I'm not speaking too much of grammar. Now I want to add extra questions. So what am I going to do? Can you see this plus sign here? I'm going to click on it. After clicking on it, another section pops out again. Okay, so you can, let's call this question 2. I'll make it bold. So kindly enter your registration number. Okay, this part is for the students to do what? To enter their registration number, and this registration number is going to be in form of what? A short answer as well, because everybody have different registration number. Okay, So you only use other options when you know that the answers your respondents are going to give lies in between those options. Am I clear? All right. So I want this to be a very important and required question. So I'm going to turn the required button on. Okay. Good, good, good. So we are good to go. So what do? We add, let's add more sections by clicking on the plus sign here. So what should be the third question? The third question should be, if they are giving you their name, they're giving you their registration number. What else is very important? Um, just give me a little bit of time. Let me think about it. Okay. While I'm thinking about it, let's proceed to the other sessions. Okay. I'll click on this button again to proceed to other sessions while I'm thinking about it. So number 4 question, I want them to what? Type in the title of your research. Type in the title of your research. Of course, the response should be short answer, right? Good, because everybody has different research what topic. Now, let me go back to something again. Seems I just remembered something as well. So this place, I wanted to include, select your type of research. So these students should be able to select the type of research they want to do. Now I won't be using short answer again, because there are just only 3 categories of research in school. We have the research for degree, we have research for masters, we have research for PhD holders. Okay, so I'm going to include here degree holders. Watch what happens. The moment you type any question that requires the answers, the response to be in multiple choice or whatever kind of choice, it automatically changes for you. But in cases or in scenarios that it doesn't change, just click on this down arrow here, select anyone that applies. Alright, so select your type of research, degree holders. If you want to add more of this multiple choice option, click on here, master holders. Let's add here master holders. Then let's add this one, PhD holders. So any student who is making use of this form will be able to select which category he or she belongs, and which category of research is he about, or is she about to do what, to carry out. All right, I think with that we are good. So let's make sure we turn all questions must be compulsory and required. Okay, so automatically we are done with our form right now. So the next thing is what? Checking out for some settings before we get to responses. Can you see the response tab here? I want us to set some things on the form first before we are able to do what? Share it out. So all you need to do, just click on settings. When you click on settings, I will explain briefly what these features are about. You know, you can actually use this form to take a test, to take an exam. Yes, you can use it to take an online exam. So if you're doing that, you make sure you turn on the quiz button, whereby you'll be expected to assign scores. Alright, but that's not the aim of doing this video. The aim of doing this video is to show you how you can use Google Form to collect data for your research. So in other words, just come to this part here, manage how responses are collected and protected. So I want the student to give me their email address as they are filling up the form. Okay, so let them give me their email address. So I'm going to select verified. So respondent will be required to sign in to Google, so that I'll have their email address, I'll have their phone numbers, I also have what? I'll also know that this person responding to this question has a particular email address. So if you like to send the respondent a copy of their response, you can turn on this button. It's mostly used when they are taking tests, when you're taking tests, all right, or when you're signing up for a job. Okay, so you would, if you want to view what you filled in the form, all right, you can always